What's going on, everybody? Good morning. This is very shitty weather. It is literally raining. It is wetter in Brooklyn than a porn scene. This is terrible. And a lot of people are crying about holding this specific stock. Stock is PayPal stock. Ticker symbol is PYPL. Fair warning, I do hold a position in PayPal. PayPal hits a 52-week low yesterday at $54.80. Pre-market, it's down even worse, $54.40. I'm watching Amit's live, and Amit says that PayPal is a better value than Enphase because Enphase might be a broken company, not a broken stock, while PayPal seems to be a broken stock, but not a broken company. And by this, he means PayPal is still growing in terms of revenue, and PayPal has a massive opportunity here. Now, you're not comparing PayPal to Enphase. I don't know enough about Enphase. I am not an investor in Enphase, and I feel really bad for anybody that's losing any money, and I feel bad for people that are losing money in PayPal. But let me try to paint a picture, and I just want to preface this by saying I am not extremely bullish on PayPal. I think PayPal has the possibility of being one of the best opportunities right now, but it's not like I believe PayPal is a world beater. I've been saying this for quite a while. I believe PayPal has a 2x from here, and PayPal should be somewhere in the low 100s, like 110, 120, something like that. I think the people that think PayPal is going to go back to 300 or so are just dreaming, or, just talking about clickbaits, and all they care about is content that people click on. So PayPal is about to have earnings. I believe PayPal's earnings, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be early November, if I'm not mistaken. So it's coming up, I think, like in the next 2 weeks or so, plus or minus. And the thesis of PayPal is simple. PayPal is a company that's not dead. It's not dying. Far from it. It literally buys back $5 billion of shares every single year, which in today's market cap is approximately 8% of the company. So they're buying back at today's market cap around 8% of the company every year. They did it last year, doing it this year, gonna do it next year. The problem is PayPal is so good, so to speak, that they shot themselves in their own foot, offering an unbranded product called Braintree. They purchased Braintree a while ago. Braintree is literally the ability to do everything PayPal does, because it's literally PayPal, but branded as your own. For example, bookings.com, Uber, they use Braintree, which is unbranded PayPal. So you essentially have everything that PayPal does. The problem is it works just as good as PayPal, but the margins you get are so small that the transactional margins of PayPal is shrinking. So although they are making more revenue, they are also making less money on that same exact revenue. Now, total transactions, total users, you have growth, a little more, a little less, but it's not dying. Revenue growing. Last time the share price of 54 and change was early 2017. And the revenue for 2017 was 13 billion, while the revenue for 2023 is going to be 30 billion. Also, earnings per share, a lot higher, in mid threes for this year. 2017, it was like low ones. Right now, PayPal had a CEO since when they went public, Dan Schulman. He left. There's a new guy called Alex Chris. Alex Chris is coming from Intuit. Alex Chris, and also their CFO, the money guy, I forgot what his name is, but very bullish about these two people, Alex Chris and the money guy. Alex Chris is going to have his first earnings. This next earnings is going to be led by Alex Chris. So you have a decision to make as an investor. Either you think PayPal is shit, it sucks completely, or you believe that behind closed doors, and they were interviewing a shit ton of qualified people to be the new CEO of PayPal, that one of the questions that they were asking all applicants, all potential CEOs, is how are you going to turn this around, and how are you going to make PayPal back into a juggernaut? How are you going to bring our market cap, back above that $100 billion market. How are you going to do that? And I choose to believe that there has to be an argument with Alex Chris, and Alex Chris is like, yo, this is what I'm going to do. This is the plan. A, B, C, D, E, F, so on and so forth. He can't just come in and become CEO and not answer that question, because obviously when he became CEO, the price was already bad of PayPal. I believe the price of PayPal was like low 60s and just getting worse. So he has to do something absolutely drastic, monumental to turn the ship around. What that's going to be, I don't know. Also, Gabriella, who's the interim CTO, if I'm not mistaken, or COO, said that this next quarter is going to be the last quarter where transactional margins keeps getting bad, and then transactional margins is going to have a pivot point, an inflection, and it's going to start getting better in Q4, followed by next year. They have some projections. It's your job to believe it or not, but based on face value, based on word value of what they're saying, things should turn around. Now, should and in actuality is not the same thing. I, for one, would love to give PayPal the next, let's say, 4 quarters, 3 quarters, to at least see if something's going to change. So by that, I mean this quarter, quarter 4, quarter 1, and quarter 2 of next year. Hopefully, I'll, hold out for quarter 4. Now, I want to keep saying this. I am not a super bullish guy on PayPal. I am saying that at these prices, there's a massive, massive opportunity for PayPal, but there's also massive opportunities in other stocks. It's kind of like I made my bet. I'm going to sleep in it. We're going to see what's going to end up happening with PayPal. I'm down on PayPal. Most people are down on PayPal. There's still a thesis that PayPal turns this around because the actual company is fucking massive. Over 40% market share of online payments. Just think about that. And I believe the second fastest growing buy now, pay later. And as interest rates are so freaking expensive, buy now, pay later is more and more compelling. Short-term buy now, pay later. And that's what you got to ask yourself. A lot of people are rah, sis, boom, bah, I'm visionary, I'm the man, I'm the woman. I knew exactly what I was doing when the price is going up. Like PayPal was like $72 and everybody thought they were geniuses, including myself. But then PayPal goes down to 65, 60, 55, below 55, and all of a sudden everyone's bitter and they're hating and they're mad. And to this, I'm going to say, bro, you have a thesis. You invested into something for a reason. You might be right, you might be wrong. This I'm not debating, but you invested in something. Probably the reason you invested in PayPal is because you think they're going to turn the ship around. So why are you mad at PayPal at this particular point and juncture if the new CEO literally just started and we didn't even have a single earnings with the brand new CEO to see what he can do? You knew there's going to be a new CEO. We were announcing this for like the last forever. So don't be mad at your investment if you didn't give your investment a time to turn around. I can be completely wrong on PayPal, and I'm going to be okay with that. Listen, I'm not a genius. I don't get them all right. As long as I get 51% right and 49% wrong, I'm going to be okay. In hindsight, of course, I wish I put my money instead of PayPal. I would have put my money into PALANTIR. But hindsight, everybody is right in hindsight. It's 2020. But I still believe that there is a chance to run up for PayPal. And guess what I'm going to do? If PayPal runs up to that 110, 120 mark, probably even 100, I'm out. I'll be out. This is literally a midterm swing trade, a 1-year swing trade. I'm going to be out, pay my long-term capital gains, and move on. And I'm going to reinvest that into something else. What that something else is going to be, off the top of my head, like let's say tomorrow PayPal went through the roof, I would probably distribute that money into Palantir, Truist, Bitcoin, SoFi, and Robinhood. That's probably where I would put my money in if I were to sell it. But yeah, I think that there's still money to be made over here. And I think that if you invest in anything, you have to have a thesis and let that thesis play out. Even with Palantir, that I'm super bullish on. And when I made a bet with Chris, or when I'm on Palantir Weekly, and when I talk about it on my videos, I literally say, I'm going to give Palantir until the end of 2023 to see if the thesis is broken or not, and then I'm going to reconsider my investment. Well, it's the end of 2023. My thesis is not broken, and Palantir is doing exactly what they said they would be doing. So you got to ask yourself, the question is, do you want to give them some time, or do you not want to give them some time? And only you can answer that. Thank you very, very much. Hope you guys are going to have a great day. Hope you guys get out of this rain. And listen, turn that frown upside down and put a smile on your face. At the end of the day, we are alive, which means we have the ability to do something great today. Thank you very much. Have a good one.